Hi, welcome to UniBZT. All right, so if you guys are curious to know what is this UniBZT, all right, so if you have heard about university, so university is where student goes. So UniBZT is for entrepreneurs outside there, which we are actually unlocking a lot of things that we want to share, and there's some secrets that we want to share to all our entrepreneurs outside there. Okay, the topic that we're going to discover today is, do you need to be an influencer to be a successful entrepreneur? So today we have Ivor. Hi, Ivor. All right, and we have Ren Yi. All right, Ivor is actually from HYGR, and Ren Yi is from myBurgerLab. All right, so I think memang dah kenal dah pun mereka ni semua. So these guys are actually influencers, celebrity. We see them on TikTok je lah. Very hard to see them personally, tapi on TikTok memang banyak boleh tengok lah. Okay, so mainly why are they here today is because we want to share their learnings, how they actually expand their businesses, and how they actually use the digital platforms as a key to actually become successful in whatever they do. All right. So without further ado, I think we need to have some introduction a bit. All right. So I think I'm going to start first with Ren Yi. All right. So Ren Yi, over to you, Ren Yi.
All right. Thanks for having me. So my name is Ren Yi. I'm one of the co-founders at myBurgerLab. We started the business about 10, 11 years ago, 2012, July. And what do we do? I think we would be famous for our charcoal burgers at the beginning. And I think slowly we've evolved to be known for our gourmet flavors. I'm proud to say that currently we can officially call ourselves the first Malaysian halal charcoal gourmet burger chain. So we recently got our halal certification as well. So what do we do? I think in short, I like to say that we make people happy one burger at a time. It started off officially November 2011. And that was when I decided that I wanted to go into the F&B business. I actually graduated with a degree in mechanical engineering, but decided not to practice. The reason is because while I was studying for my degree, I worked part-time in the F&B industry, and I fell in love with serving people. So I said, okay, screw it. I'm going to go for it and do something that I love. So I rounded up two friends, Chang Ming and Wicket, back in the days, and said, hey, I want to start a cafe. It started off as a cafe.
All right.
But over the time of R&D and whatnot, then we realized that, okay, just selling coffee is not enough. We need something else. So thinking back to my experience in the States, I was there for a work and travel program. I saw this brand called In and Out Burgers, which is, worldwide famous. And I said, you know what? In Malaysia, there's no In and Out. There's Ramly Burger, there's McDonald's, there's maybe TGIF, but there's no in between that, a gourmet burger that's like fast food. So we decided to do that. So November 2011, we came together, kind of formulated the business idea. Somewhere in January, we started testing cooking and serving our friends, and accelerate that for 2 months of R&D. We had a product that people were going, wow, we've never had this before. And that gave us the confidence to open up our business in July of 2012.
All right. So you definitely want to buy a burger made by an engineer. All right.
Well, I call myself a burger engineer. So designing a burger requires a lot of scientific and engineering thoughts on how to make sure that you build it tall enough, but it doesn't fall.
All right. So let's move to Ivor. All right, Ivor, thanks for coming. And a few words from you.
Okay, thanks for having me. My name is Ivor, and I create contents about travel and lifestyle, and also run an online business brand called HYGR with my partner. So the business is something different because we want to come out with personal care products, but in a sustainable packaging. So that makes it 3 times harder because in Malaysia, first you gotta raise awareness among the customers. Why is sustainable worth it, and why is it slightly more costly than other plastics? And also, trying to make the best products out that we can. So my inspiration is actually from we're just trying to solve our own problems. So there are 2 parts, the 2 main hero products that we have. So the natural deodorant, also natural tinted lip balm. So the natural deodorant came up from the idea of my other partner. My other partner has a very severe body odor. He tries so many different brands and it didn't work on him. Yeah. So during the pandemic hits, we all just stuck at home and couldn't find anything to do. So we just try to go on YouTube, to see what's the best ingredients to mix and match with and come up with your own and just try and test them at home. And for my case, I have cracked lips all the time, and I always use the color changing lip balm from what's it called? From a brand. Yeah, so I just wanted to make something that is in a sustainable packaging, like in a paper form. So that all the inspiration actually come from the us trying to solve our problems. Yeah.
Yeah. So her inspiration is herself lah.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
So basically, she wanted to solve her own problems, and she was actually that's the entire reason of actually starting off a business.
Yeah.
Right. So talking about online presence, I think both of you I know already started way back in 2011. All right. So when did you actually venture into online presence? I think back in 2011 itself, I think there was not much kind of digital platforms that you can leverage. So can you share with us your journey of how do you onboard your business or onto an online journey?
I think the definition of being online back in the days and this current times is very different. Now, maybe I can give a bit of context for the younger generation out there. Sorry, I have to point that out. She is younger. So back then, we only had Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And that's in the infancy stage of, I believe, for Instagram. What we knew was that, okay, as a business, we needed to be online. That was what everyone was saying. First thing, before even you have a Facebook page, you need to have a home page, a web page.
Yep.
But these days, businesses can't exist without a web page. So while we couldn't afford a web page at that time, we said, okay, the next best thing is this free tool called Facebook. And back then, when you post something on Facebook, if you have 1,000 fans, 1,000 people will see it. Nowadays, it's very different. So we managed to leverage on that. We posted our burgers online, even before we started the shop. So we were telling stories. We were showing people behind the scene how we were testing different products and whatnot.
Yeah, I
So-
remember you guys were the first one that has charcoal burger. Right?
Yes, we were one of the first. So what happened was we stumbled upon the recipe of making charcoal buns. And once we posted that, it went berserk. But this is during our trial stage in January, February of 2012. We don't even have a proper store yet. So once it went crazy, we saw from 100 likes on our Facebook page to 1,000 in 2 days. We are like, we're onto something. People want this. So we started scrambling, looking for a shop and, building our physical store. Now, back then, social media was a very serious thing for businesses. You cannot be funny, you have to be very uptight. At least that's what everyone was practicing. However, I think we were one of the first few in Malaysia to carry a very light-hearted approach to it. And I think that spoke to a lot of people. So what I can say, back then, we did it accidentally, but what we did right was we told stories of how we came to be, what we are doing. And that resonated with people. And these days, I think Ivor does it very well, right? She shares the behind the scene, what are the struggles, some of the things that she does for her customers. I think I've seen her drive to or fly to another country, right? Just to deliver stuff. These are things that we used to do, but it was uncommon back then. So these days, it's a lot more common, but I think it's great. Businesses should be engaging with their customers.
Yeah.
So the digital platform is not, from the sound of it, it sounds very cool, digital, right? But if you put the right passion, the right attitude to it, and use it to connect with people, it's such a powerful tool.
Yeah, so as I speak with a few businesses, I mean, definitely successful businesses, right? Some things that in common that I see that they speak about is actually to share a storytelling on social media.
Yeah.
All right, it's not always hard selling. It's always a storytelling. And if you have a passionate story behind this, it actually works even better.
Yep.
All right. So moving back to Ivor, we know that Ivor is also an influencer. Okay. So memang banyak followers lah, right? So she is an online business entrepreneur and she's also an influencer. All right. So these things got into my mind. All right. Do you need to be an influencer in order to run a successful online business?
The answer can be no and yes. It depends on what kind of person and your strength is running a business. Because I know some of influencers that want to start a business, but they couldn't handle the business operation side, but they are only good in marketing side. So it really depends like how because there are different type of influencers, right? There are influencers that have like they're in the fashion industry, but also depends on like what kind of products are you selling. So example, if you're in the fashion industry and then you want to come up with like coffee, so something's like different, you know what I mean? So it has to be aligned with whatever that you bring out as a person in front of the camera. So you don't have to be an influencer to run a business, but it helps a little bit in terms of the branding side later on.
So according to Ivor, you don't need to be
Yeah.
an influencer to run a business, but if you are an influencer for your own business, is better lah.
Yeah, because
Alright.
you know like the marketing and then like your influencer friends, they help you shout out a bit, that's all.
I would like to jump in and ask you a question. Which came first, the entrepreneur, meaning the business side of things, or the
Influencer.
no, I wouldn't say influencer, but I would say the content creator first. Because I think you have to be a content creator first before you can be an influencer.
Yeah, correct.
Right?
Yeah, true. But I think this kind of thing is like a building up, because like influencer thing, it only took off 1 year later when I tried to do contents on different platforms. I started off on YouTube first, but it wasn't doing well until TikTok blew up. Then I tried to shift things a bit. Like, I went from like filming horizontal videos to like vertical videos. So I need to know like, what's the key things that I need to take out from a long video to a short video. So I would say the both of them come together, but the content creation took a longer time to build, like knowing what is the good way of presenting your content. So the business side is also from past experience, because during my university time, I was doing like drop shipping from China, and then I shared it on Carousel. That time there was no Shopee or whatever. There was like 11th Street something. Yeah. So I was just doing COD,
Okay.
like meeting people, like selling bags and stuff lah. So I think that was the part of the experience that I carried out. And then pandemic, I just tried to launch together.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we spoke about content just now, right? So
Yeah.
content. So talking about content, I think I want to ask Ren Yi. Nowadays, I think there are a lot of tools outside there. All right, to actually we can actually use to actually create our content, especially TikTok lah. Kan ada banyak template already. All right. So can you share your experience of how do you actually use? Are you using all these tools to make contents? So how actively that you are using it?
I think from a business standpoint, so I'm definitely not an influencer. It's more for my businesses than anything else. So I would say that the platforms, for the most part, are a way to communicate, a way to sell my story. We don't have metrics like, oh, we need to reach 50k views, we need to reach 100k views. It doesn't mean anything to me. Of course, if we do hit those numbers, great. But I think from an influencer point of view, they maintain their status or their value by the amount of eyeballs that they are able to bring to their audiences, right? To their clients. For a business, I have my clients, meaning that people who already follow me. Do I want more people to see me? Yes. But our strategy is a little bit different. We want other people to talk about us. We want word of mouth, right? In terms of marketing. So we do use all platforms, but a lot of it is communicating to existing customers rather than trying to talk to customers that don't know us. We have other campaigns, we have other strategies that we use through, again, whether it's social media, sponsored posts and whatnot, to capture different customers of different, what's the word? No, not so much that, but the filter whereby you have customers that don't know about you. You have a different strategy for
The
them.
demographics lah.
Interests.
Yeah, right. And then after that, you have customers who have heard about you. How do you get them to come in?
Oh, like
Right.
retargeting.
Yes, the
The
targeting.
different
That's
funnel
correct.
that you're
The funnels, right?
Yes, yes.
So those have a different strategy. But our main channels is always about, hey, you are already listening to us. Here's what story we have to tell today. Whether it's a new product, whether it's an old product, whether it's changes. But we use it as a tool to communicate, not so much to shout out and advertise.
Yeah.
Because I think because the branding is so strong that you can just have your own existing community that, because it really it's a OG business already.
It's I don't know if it's OG, but definitely we've been around, right? So
Yeah.
people have heard of our brand. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the strength in your business is you have been established since 2011. I think there are many people who have seen your presence not only online but on ground.
Yep.
All right. So they have tasted your burger and the word of testimonials that
Yep.
I mean it takes time to actually build those kind of trust in
Yeah.
people's minds.
So what we do is we focus a lot more on earned media. You guys are familiar with that, right? All right, so you have your own media, you have your what else is there? Earned media, own media, and there's one more, paid media.
Yeah.
All right. So we are here talking today, Ivor and myself, with you, is because I guess we have done something right in our journey that people want to talk about us, and I think that's the strongest because it gives affirmation to what we do. Right? We never ask for this. We never say we're going to pay for this. Right? Yeah. So I think in the journey of entrepreneurship, if you do things right, the best form of marketing is when people talk about you.
Yeah.
Ivor is really good at that. So I'm sorry, I'm paying you a lot of compliment today, but she is doing a lot of things right. While she does post on her own social media, but you see, Says.com or MGAG or whatever will occasionally latch on to what she's talking about and promotes that, and that gives her credibility.
That's earned media lah.
That's earned media, meaning that you didn't pay for anyone to come and talk about you, but people want to talk about you because you're doing things right. So as a business, I think it's important that we focus on what we're doing. Too many times I've seen, I guess, entrepreneurs who wants to make it big and quick, they focus on paying, right? And sometimes to the extent when you say, just now before this chat, we had the conversation about when you start off a business, you only have one follower, and some people resort to paying for followers, and those have a price to pay down the road. You lose credibility because of that. And I think as a business person, as an influencer, the most important value you have is your integrity and what you stand for. And that doesn't come from you telling people. That comes from other people
Telling about you.
telling about you.
Yes.
Right. I think earned media is it's something that you need to achieve for any businesses out there lah. Right. It's no wrong on doing paid medias.
Oh yeah, definitely none.
Yeah, but it can actually give you a
But there's a dark side to that.
Yeah, it's just a quick turnaround.
Yes.
It can actually bring you more sales, yes. But earned media, for me, I think it will help businesses to sustain. All right. So because these are people who has experienced your service or products and stuff, who will actually remain loyal towards a business.
Yeah.
Right. So okay. Let's go to Ivor. All right. So looking at your products, right? So the platforms that you choose to advertise and the platforms that you choose to have sales conversions. All right. Because specifically, I think there are a lot of personal care brands out there also. And as I traveled across all other states in Malaysia, I think almost every corner we see their own brands, right? Their own lipstick brands, their own makeup brands and deodorants and stuff. So what would your key things that you want to share to them? All right. So how do you actually target which platforms that you can target and for conversion?
So I think every business has got to know your own strength also. Like sometimes your product may not work well offline, but online is good. So because we started off online, and if we want to go to retail, there's like another cost that you need to think about. Because I feel like if you go to retail now, you gotta compete with all the conglomerate beauty companies, which
all the giants.
Yeah, all the giants. Where if you don't have any brand awareness to start with, like it's not a good move to go to retail yet, because we tried the first year, like before we even blew up on TikTok, we tried doing pop-up. No one came. Actually, no one came like that time of the event. So I feel like after that, we thought about it like, okay, we need to make it out online on TikTok or Instagram or every platform first. Then we only move to pop-up events. So it's like a different stages. Like you shouldn't. I mean, if you can still go to retail, but if that's what you have like very strong offline connections, you know where to put and everything, yeah, that's another thing. That's your forte lah. But our forte is more like online, and for online you can only there are only few types of strategy you can go with that. But the first pillar marketing is always to create storyline contents and like very good brand contents. That's all. Yeah.
So according to you that if you want to go retail, tunggu dulu kan. You can always start off your business online, all right, and the content that you have and the brand presence, the brand story that you create for your business is very, very important. The storytelling that you actually say about your business is very, very important. All right. So I hope please don't go anywhere yet. All right. So we have many other things to be unlocked with Ren Yi and also Ivor. All right. Many exciting stuffs. Jangan pergi mana-mana, ada game semua tau lepas ni. Okay. So I think we will go for a break first. Then we'll catch up with Ren Yi and Ivor.
Hey, Tira! Busy?
Busy.
Why so busy?
Busy thanks to UBC.
Right. The best digital solution.
UBC, workshops and training for business growth.
UBC, premium support and fast response time. Right, Raja?
The ultimate business champion, it's a sure win.
Unify Business, your preferred digital partner.
Hi, welcome again to UniBCT. All right, so today we are here in this podcast. Today with me, we have Ren Yi and also Ivor. And the topic for today is we are discussing on, do you need to be an influencer to run a successful business? So how do you market products to attract more consumers? How do you market actually your burger to attract more customers?
Well, I think if you look at the color of my burgers to begin with,
Attraction, okay.
Yeah, right. So visually, I think it needs to be attractive. We're all visual creatures. As much as we want to be, pretend to be not shallow and say that, looks doesn't matter. Looks do matter, especially online. It's what people digest first. After that, the copywriting comes in. You need to have a bit of a hook. You need someone to be able to tell a story that resonates with people. So that doesn't come naturally for everyone. But again, these days, there's ChatGPT, and it does make life a lot easier. So I think that for anyone that wants to put their product out there, first off, understand your industry, what the customers are looking for, put it out there, make it look pretty, and tell a story. Now, as for platforms, I think any platforms will do, because in the beginning you have no idea what works. Just as Ivor said, she had to try for almost a year to figure out what works for her content. So same goes for food. Back in the days for us, Facebook did really well, and then later on Instagram only picked up. So obviously Facebook and Instagram for older people. The Facebook, you can write lengthy captions, right? Where else Instagram, people want to look, first image is what they want to digest the information on the first look, right? So understanding what different platforms offer in terms of style of consumption and also the age group. So whether you like it or not, Facebook is right now 30 and above. Yes, right? So people below 30 don't generally use Facebook. Instagram right now, you think it's young, it's not, right? It's 25 and above, right? So TikTok,
some Gen Zs don't have Instagram.
they don't have at all. Yeah, exactly. So understanding your target market and going to the right platform is also necessary. But like I said, if you're starting, you don't know who is buying from you, just hantam everything one shot, right? But the important thing is to be able to take the analytics, and a lot of these social media tools do have free analytics, basic ones, that shows you what works, what doesn't work. And from there, you hack it, you redesign it, and slowly, right, you will find your audience.
Okay, so let's go to Ivor. Because I've been stalking a bit also. So so I see that the videos that you do, the content that you actually share, sometimes it's not even related to your products. All right? Yeah. So we want to know, by you sharing all those kind of other contents, does it actually impacts your sales?
So we categorize this as organic contents where we're not even paying on boosting ads. So this is organic contents where we have a quota or like a KPI to fix in our creative team that we have to post a video a day. So we'll be.
So that's your KPI.
Yeah.
Okay.
A video a day, and it's something different because how now the digital era is different from the past 5 years, because all you see the ads on TVs is always like, hi, this is very good, buy this product, so it's all very saturated. It's this is what they look like. Like now YouTube ads, they also have this like very short, 6 seconds. But then again, I think somewhat for if you are starting a business and you want to be something different from other big companies, you cannot fight with all this like cool camera and lighting. So you gotta do it like as if you're a customer kind of point of view. Like what would customer want to see? Like what is your lip balm? Okay, so you're selling lip balms, but Maybelline also sell lip balms, right? So what is so different from your lip balm? So that is the angle that you need to start with. And whenever I film content, I need to tell myself like, okay, I need to show, not tell. So like I cannot just like hard sell that, okay, whenever I want to shoot this angle, should I like by right for all the big brands, they would want to put like, or put 5 more products with your logo at the back. So it looks very hard sell. So if you're in a customer point of view, you see one logo, it's okay already. As like you want to see an application, that's all. So you don't have to be like very fancy thing, as long as like it sort of have the connection with the customer. I think it's as organic as possible lah.
If I may just add on to that, I think what she's trying to say is when you create a content, you have to be consumer centric, meaning that you have to create the content based on how you digest content that you like. Because a lot of times we don't take note on how what are we scrolling back to look, or what are we attached to. So a lot of times the behavior is constantly changing. How people digest content is always changing. So the old ways, while they have their formulas and it works, but for the younger generation, especially the younger generation, attention span is much shorter. They like flashy, images and very quick cuts of different scenes. So if you notice yourself, or if you notice your target markets consuming that data that way, you should be creating content based on that.
Okay, so nowadays when I hear from the other businesses out there, they are also having difficulties of managing critics, right? Managing critics, yeah. So definitely you both would also go on through that phase, right? Yeah. So because when they start to post and stuff, that they see a lot of bad comments, negative comments, it's flooding their posts, right? So have you ever gone through those kind of phases?
Yeah, definitely. Because I feel like when the minute that you get a little bit criticism, that means you're there already. You know what I mean? Because like you're just going up, and then it's not just always like sunshine. There's always like rain coming, and then you have to determine if the feedback is constructive or not. If it's just a troll account, they want to hate on you because they're just jealous or whatever. That one, you just block them. It's okay. But if it's like something like, I think your packaging is a bit like hard to push. That one we need to like take into the feedback and like work on it. So I think you cannot avoid. You just have to push through, because you already been through all like pandemic and all these like business struggles. I think the hate comments is only like that very tiny thing that you need to get over with.
Yeah. So how about burgers?
I have a slightly different take on this. Look, as they say, right, haters gonna hate. But I think that's a statement that allows for one to be complacent, meaning that every negative comment, if you brush it off, you have no opportunity to learn. So I always tell my team, I say, look, identify whether they are troll content or not first. If it is obviously a troll content, yes, we can ignore. But every other negative comment that comes in, we should take it seriously. It's an opportunity for us to improve on ourselves. Now, maybe that person cares enough to tell you in your face that your burger sucks, which is a majority of the comment that we got last year after we changed our menu post-pandemic. And we had to change the menu at that time because, whether food cost was going up, certain items were not available. So we had to change just to adapt, to survive. But, when we did those changes, the flavor went off, right? So we noticed that. We knew that if it went on too long, we were going to suffer. So I could be arrogant and say that, no, you guys don't know what you're talking about. I love my burgers. I'm proud of my menu. I'm going to continue serving it. So when you get customers in that whole process from the hating part, and when you get them to love you again, that love is stronger than before.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is that it's easy to say there will be haters.
Yeah.
Right? And kind of just not take them into account. But I feel like haters sometimes become our best sounding board, because the avid fans, they're going to tell you, you're the best, you're the best, you're the best. And you don't change, you don't improve.
Yeah. That's why you gotta be humble all the time, and then take others' criticism, especially the people who don't like you.
Exactly.
Critics confirm akan ada punya lah.
Yes.
Alright, so you will definitely face criticism. But the thing is, we need to handle it with care. Alright, because if you don't have critics, you will never grow.
True.
Alright, so the next thing, I think I want to take this up with Ren Yi. Alright, so because often many businesses think that you need to have a huge following in social medias. Alright, only then you can be credible and you can actually, get a lot of sales and stuff. Alright, so what is your opinion? Whether that's true, or do you need to have 1 million followers to show that you are credible and your burgers are good, or to actually have more sales?
Well, the answer is yes, but no at the same time. Obviously, everyone has to start from zero, right? So I think that having as many subscribers, followers, whatever you call them, would be a good KPI to have. As long as they're authentic, not the fake followers, right?
Definitely.
That can be called out very easily. But the point here is that why do we do marketing? It's all about conversion. If you have 1,000 eyes looking at your brand, there's a 10% chance that 10% of, if 1,000, then 100 of those people might buy your product, right? So if you have 1 million and it's 10%, right, that translates in itself. So yes, you do want as many audience as possible. And in this day and age where everyone is online and being able to put your brand in front of people is so easy, it should be something that everyone aims for. Now, the question is not about getting how many followers. The question is how in your journey of acquiring, whether it's your first 1,000, your first 10,000, your first 100,000, how do you build that following? So don't worry about how many fans you have. Obviously, the more the better. No one's going to tell you I have 1 million fans and that's a bad thing, right? The more the better, right? But how do you get there? Tell stories, make people connect, and let people know there are humans behind the brand as well.
Yeah.
So according to you, Ivor, alright, so if you are actually if you want to pass your word of advice or your recommendations to startups, alright, maybe a person who just graduated and they are looking into starting an online business, right? So maybe they have already chose, what product they're supposed to go with. So what are the 3 key things or the 3 main things that they should start with? What would be your advice to them?
First thing is to get your products right. It doesn't have to be the best, better than any of the brands. As long as it's a good product that you would buy, you yourself would buy. And also the second thing is you gotta build your organic content and branding first before you even spend so much on your website or your because I know someone who paid a designer of 15,000 just to come with your logo and the brand color. So that is maybe the parents' money or whatever lah.
You start small. You big, but you start small.
Yeah, because some of them they would spend 6 months just to come up with a brand theory and everything, and then the product haven't even started selling yet. So start to sell, learn from the process. What is your main something that's lacking? Then you can just improve from that. And then the third way is just persistent and do not give up, even though you don't have a following on social media.
I think it's a very good piece of advice for them who is actually looking at where should I start with, what should I do, and stuff like that, right? So I would suggest, alright, you can actually try out this with Unify Business, which is our digital marketing solution. Don't worry about huge investments in designing your graphics. We will do it for you. You don't need to, cracking your heads of what to write, what keywords do I use and stuff. We will actually do it for you. No time to even manage your campaign, or don't even know how to manage your campaign. Alright, do not even know who are your target customers, to set your demographics, and stuff. We will actually do it for you. So we have certified campaign managers. They will actually put up the entire content plan. Alright, so they will be kind of like your marketing officer, and the plan actually starts from only 50 ringgit a month, which I think, so it's very, very reasonable. You don't burst your pocket lah.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, try it out with us first. Then you will see whether it really went well or not.
Right. If I may just add on to that, the first thing is you need to learn it yourself. A lot of people think that if I get someone else to do it, right, it will be properly done. No, you need to understand. Because if you don't understand the fundamentals, whatever they are gonna tell you, you're gonna take it and you're gonna say, okay, fine, let's do it. But you don't. To be fair, no one knows your business better than yourself. Right. So before you even take this package, which you should, I think it's a very good deal, you have to understand the fundamentals. Start by doing first, and once you understand the basics of it, you can communicate better with the help of Unify Business, with the help of Unify Business, the digital marketing solution. Then you are able to accelerate the process. But if you go in blank, not knowing what to do, then you're gonna be stuck with them.
Sure.
These
fundamentals, you can always learn this quickly. Alright, it's almost like we call it DIY, do it yourself. Alright, If you do not know, you can always ask your friends and stuff.
Just YouTube.
Yeah, just YouTube, Google it and stuff, and it is ready to be served on your plates already. Okay. Before we end our session, there are exciting things that are going to come up. Alright. This one kita punya anchor sini pun tak tahu lagi, right? Okay. It's actually a suspense for them. Alright.
Okay.
Yes, and we are back again. Alright. So we have a suspense, right? I said just now.
Right.
This suspense is actually a game that we are actually going to conduct today. Alright, so this game is called Answer the Question with a Question.
Okay.
Alright, answer the question with a question.
Like Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a few rules in this game. Alright. So number one, I'm going to give you a situation. Alright. So this game is going to be taking place between both of you. Alright. So there is a situation that I'm going to give you all. Alright. So you can imagine you guys are in that situation. And before we start, we will do just dulu Just
okay.
Tengok siapa start dulu
Okay.
Okay. So secondly, you will need to answer back with a question, alright, within 2 seconds. If it's taking too longer,
Fail.
fail lah.
Okay.
Alright, maybe you'll start it around again lah. Okay, number 2, so if you do not ask a question, you actually said a statement, fail lah.
Fail also.
Alright.
Okay.
So simple as that.
Okay.
Alright, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Let me get my ChatGPT first.
Okay. Alright, so here it goes. The situation is Ren Yi and Ivor, you guys went for lunch.
Okay.
Alright, you guys went for lunch. So that's the situation. So I will give you all 10 seconds to imagine that you guys went for lunch. So all the question is going to come up. So kita just dulu kita pakai burung, batu, air.
Okay.
Okay. Tengok siapa start dulu.
Okay. I'm gonna do air, yeah.
1, 2, go.
So honest.
Salah lah ini.
It's same lah. This is burung also lah.
Yeah.
So siapa mana?
Me.
Shit.
Okay, you start first lah.
Okay.
So you're gonna start first, Alright. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Have you thought of going listed on listed companies?
Why would you ask this question when we're having lunch?
Oh, we're lunch. Oh, sorry. Oh, the
fail
lunch.
already, my response is
I
correct.
thought we were talking about business. Okay, business. Okay, Lala, come here again.
We'll treat this 0-0 lah.
No, 1-0. I
Okay,
gave a
okay.
chance already.
Okay, lunch.
1-0. Alright, so now it will start from Ren Yi.
Okay, start first.
Okay, 1, 2.
Do you want ice bandung or chin chow?
How much is it?
How much is it? It is not 2 ringgit.
Statement.
It's a statement.
That doesn't make sense. Sorry.
1-1.
1-1. Okay.
Okay, 1-1. Sorry, sabar.
Okay.
Okay, so now you start from Ivor. 1, 2, go.
What do you want to eat?
2-1. Come on lah, bro.
I know. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know what
his
jam
turn
it
lah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we start again. So now what? 2-1. Alright.
Okay. Oh, my start, is it? What is available?
Do I look like I work here?
Gang.
Gang.
That's why I wanted the first call because I knew I was going to screw up after that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now so
Now my turn or?
You start with Ivor.
Okay.
Okay.
Go.
Where do you want to sit?
I don't know why every time I will like, I'm thinking of the answer.
No, 4-1 me.
Okay, now your
Over
turn.
there, okay.
Go.
Take your time.
You have to start first, right?
Okay, I have to start first. I'm overthinking it. After lunch, are you going back to office?
What time is it? Whoa!
Okay,
Very smart, very smart.
Jang. We have our champion here today. He might be having a lot of questions running.
Yeah, I'm always curious.
And this guy is cool. No question in his head.
He's a solution provider.
Yeah. So that wraps up our.
Should I have answered?
Yeah.
Just trying to figure out.
Me, yeah. What time is it?
What time is it? There.
Alam ngalah tu kau.
You drive or I drive? Yeah, I should.
yeah.
Okay, not fine. Okay. Yeah, she will.
All right. So rightfully today I was the winner for this game show.
You were the... Oh,
I will.
I heard he said I am the winner.
Yeah.
No. Ivor was the game show winner today. All right. So we have come to the end of our podcast today. All right. So to all viewers out there, all right, if you are a business owner, an entrepreneur out there looking for help, don't hesitate to contact us at Unify Business. All right. So our digital marketing solutions will definitely make a difference for your business. All right. So when you touch about digital marketing and stuff, we are here to help. So if you want to know more about this, you can actually go to our website, which is www.unify.com.my/business/digital marketing solution. So with that, thank you, Ren Yi. Thank you, Ivor, for joining us today. Thank you for your tips and thank you for all the key learnings that you guys have given today. Hope that this will actually help those entrepreneurs out there. Thank you, guys, and hope to see you all for the next episodes.